Let's tear down one of the most insidious illusions about AI, the myth of the objective algorithm. We're bombarded with claims that AI is inherently fair, a neutral judge of facts, simply because it's cold, hard code, pure logic, a silicon brain, free from human prejudice, right? Absolutely wrong. This isn't just a misunderstanding. It's a carefully crafted misdirection. A fantasy peddled by those who profit from our unquestioning faith. Algorithms aren't born in a void of pure reason. They are trained on massive datasets. And where do these datasets come from? Our world. A world absolutely saturated with historical inequities, systemic prejudices, and deeply ingrained societal biases. Think of AI not as a pristine blank slate, but as a ravenous sponge. It voraciously soaks up every pattern, every subtle correlation, every hidden bias lurking within that data. If the data reflects a historical bias against certain demographics in hiring, lending, or even policing, the AI doesn't magically correct it. It internalizes those flaws. It learns them. And then, it doesn't just replicate, but amplifies them, often with chilling, almost surgical efficiency, all while cloaked under the deceptive veneer of computational neutrality. The code itself might be impartial, but the lessons it ingests are anything but. This isn't a minor glitch. It's a fundamental design flaw, baked directly into the very foundation of how most AI operates. This isn't theoretical fear-mongering. It's the stark, brutal reality for millions right now. Look at our justice system, where the illusion of AI neutrality crumbles under the slightest scrutiny. Predictive policing algorithms, supposedly designed to find crime hotspots, routinely direct law enforcement to minority neighborhoods, because historical arrest data shows more arrests there. A self-fulfilling prophecy of over-policing, not a neutral prediction of criminality. It's an algorithmic mirror reflecting our societal sins, not an objective lens. Then there are AI-powered sentencing tools, proven to recommend harsher penalties for defendants of color. These systems don't just mimic bias. They digitize and perpetuate systemic discrimination, effectively playing judge, jury, and executioner with devastatingly unequal outcomes. These aren't minor errors. These are fundamental injustices, coded into our future. The same corrosive patterns infect crucial economic sectors. AI recruiting tools have notoriously filtered out qualified female candidates, simply because they learned from historical hiring data where men dominated certain roles. It's a digital gatekeeper upholding past discrimination. In finance, algorithms dictate who gets a loan, a mortgage, or sets your insurance premium. If the training data reflects a history of redlining or discriminatory lending practices, the AI won't correct it. It internalizes those patterns, then denies opportunities based on algorithmic echoes of prejudice, not individual merit. Your future, prejudged by a digital ghost of the past. And here's the most insidious part. The true punch to the gut. When these biased decisions occur, accountability simply vanishes. We're left grappling with what experts call the black box problem. These complex AI systems, especially deep neural networks, make decisions through intricate layers of calculation so opaque, even their own creators often can't fully explain why a decision was made. They can tell you the what, but never the why. Imagine being denied a job, a loan, or even your freedom. And when you demand an explanation, the response is a shrug and a murmur about the algorithm. How do you challenge a decision you can't understand? How do you correct a bias if its source is an impenetrable enigma? This isn't just a lack of transparency. It's a deliberate abdication of responsibility, leaving individuals utterly powerless against an unseen, unchallengeable digital authority. So, who actually audits these powerful, opaque systems shaping our very lives? The uncomfortable truth? Often, nobody truly independent. The same corporations that built the AI are often the ones doing the auditing, essentially policing themselves. It's the digital equivalent of letting the fox guard the henhouse, then asking for a critical report on how many chickens went missing. Independent researchers and watchdog groups constantly battle proprietary secrets, denied crucial access to algorithms and training data, all locked behind corporate firewalls under the guise of trade secrets. They cry innovation. We see evasion. And what about all those AI ethics guidelines, constantly plastered everywhere? Tech giants, international bodies, everyone has a glossy list of principles. But are they more than expertly crafted PR? Are they legally binding? Do they come with any enforcement mechanism with teeth? Or are they just a feel-good facade to soothe a nervous public while business booms? Our deep dive reveals the stark truth. It's overwhelmingly the latter. These guidelines are voluntary, toothless. They exist largely to preempt genuine, rigorous regulation. They offer the illusion of ethical oversight. A comforting story, without delivering any real accountability when bias inevitably creeps in, or when real harm is inflicted. It's a grand performance, designed to keep us gazing at the stage while the dark side of AI continues its unchecked, unhindered expansion behind the curtain. Without truly robust, independent oversight, transparent data access, and legally enforceable standards, these ethical guidelines are nothing but empty promises, a mere smokescreen allowing the power of biased, unaccountable AI to flourish. Alright, let's shatter another core illusion. The idea that artificial intelligence is a self-sufficient, autonomous brain rocketing towards singularity. We're consistently fed narratives of machines learning, evolving, becoming intelligent, all on their own. But peel back that polished chrome facade, and what do you actually find? An enormous, often entirely invisible, human workforce. This is the human-in-the-loop deception. And it's one of Silicon Valley's biggest, dirtiest secrets. Think of AI not as an independent genius, but as a perpetual student. And like any student, it needs teachers, tutors, and endless hours of tedious instruction. Who are these unsung, uncredited educators? They are the ghost workers, millions of people, primarily in developing countries, paid pennies per task. Who are the actual engine behind AI's so-called intelligence? Platforms like Amazon Mechanical Turk and countless offshore, click farms, aren't just footnotes. They are the bedrock upon which the entire AI industry is built. Their work, it's the gritty, repetitive, and often mentally exhausting labor that no algorithm can reliably perform yet. Imagine spending 8 hours a day identifying every stop sign, pedestrian, and traffic light across thousands of dashcam videos, just so a self-driving car can learn to see. Or transcribing hours of garbled audio, deciphering dialects and accents, to make voice assistants like Siri and Alexa sound smart. This is data labeling, painstakingly tagging, categorizing, and annotating the raw information that feeds machine learning models. Every time an AI understands an image, a sentence, or even a human emotion, it's because a human being, somewhere, has taught it. Click by click, pixel by pixel, word by excruciating word. But it gets even darker. Beyond the mundane, there's the morally corrosive work of content moderation. These invisible workers are the frontline defenders against the internet's most heinous content, sifting through mountains of child abuse imagery, extreme violence, hate speech, and graphic videos. Day after day, they make social media safe for your scrolling, but at what cost to their own psyche? They are the human firewalls, absorbing the internet's toxic waste so we don't have to. This isn't just physically draining. It's profoundly psychologically damaging, leading to PTSD, depression, and anxiety for an utterly disposable workforce. The intelligence of AI is often nothing more than meticulously organized and refined human intelligence, processed by armies of the exploited, packaged as innovation, and rebranded as pure machine autonomy. It's a fundamental exploitation that utterly demolishes the narrative of AI's self-sufficiency. And the conditions these ghost workers endure, they are precision engineered for exploitation. This is precarious employment on a global scale. We're talking pennies per task, often far below minimum wage, with zero benefits, no job security, and absolutely no recourse when tasks are unfairly rejected or payment withheld. The mental health toll, particularly for content moderators exposed to humanity's absolute worst, is catastrophic. They sacrifice their well-being to make algorithms smarter and digital spaces cleaner, all while remaining utterly invisible, forgotten cogs in the machine. This is where the grand illusion truly shatters. The intelligence of AI isn't some pristine, purely algorithmic leap forward. It is, in overwhelming part, meticulously outsourced human intelligence. It's human labor, stripped of dignity and fair compensation, repackaged and rebranded as artificial genius. It's the ultimate bait and switch, obscuring the brutal human cost of this technological marvel. So, why are these critical workers kept so meticulously invisible? The answer is brutally simple. Acknowledging them, acknowledging the armies of human beings powering AI, would expose the lie. It would rip away the veneer of autonomous progress and reveal the brutal economics underpinning the AI boom. It would force us to confront the ethical vacuum where immense profits are built on the backs of disposable labor. Keeping them in the shadows allows tech giants to maintain the illusion of seamless, autonomous AI, to avoid public scrutiny, and to evade any responsibility for the profound human exploitation happening right now. They want you to marvel at the magic, not question the price paid by the unseen hands pulling the levers behind the curtain. And they desperately want to avoid uncomfortable questions about who truly profits most from this global digital labor arbitrage. So, who really profits? The answer, chillingly clear, is the very tech giants, venture capitalists, and executives who relentlessly champion AI as the pinnacle of innovation. They are the ultimate beneficiaries. By leaning on this vast, low-wage, entirely unacknowledged global workforce, companies slash operational costs, eliminate overheads, and skyrocket profit margins to astronomical heights. Every single click, every label, every agonizing minute spent moderating horrific content directly translates into more refined algorithms, more valuable datasets, and ultimately, staggering valuations and fatter bonuses for those at the top. This isn't some unforeseen accident of progress. It's a deliberate, meticulously engineered exploitation. This model lets them present a gleaming, futuristic product, intelligent AI, while ruthlessly sweeping the immense human cost under the rug. They peddle the illusion of fully automated brilliance. When the entire foundation is built on digital sweatshops, they extract immense wealth by exploiting global economic disparities, forging a new class of digital serfs whose labor is absolutely essential, but whose very existence is conveniently erased from the narrative. Profits are privatized and consolidated at the very apex, while the human suffering and precarity are externalized, dumped squarely onto those who can least afford it. This is the brutal, undeniable truth of who truly benefits from AI's unseen labor. Alright, let's talk about the true, insidious fuel of the AI engine, your personal data. Forget what you think you know about privacy settings. AI isn't passively observing. It's a data vampire, relentless and insatiable, designed to continuously drain your digital life for pure profit and absolute control. This goes far beyond basic cookie tracking or remembering your search history. AI systems build sophisticated, predictive profiles, a chilling digital twin of you, anticipating your behaviors, your desires, and even your deepest vulnerabilities. They don't just know what you bought, they predict what you will buy, who you might vote for, and how you might react to specific information. It's digital clairvoyance, engineered for manipulation. So, where does this ravenous beast find its sustenance? From every single interaction you have in the digital world, and increasingly, the physical one. It's an invisible data siphon constantly at work. Every time you ask your smart speaker a question, every scroll through your social media feed, every item you linger on online, every website you visit, every fitness tracker ping, every GPS location update, it's all being meticulously scooped up. Your smart TV watches you, your phone listens, your car tracks your every route. This isn't usually with explicit, informed consent. It's buried deep in user agreements nobody reads, or collected through technologies you don't even realize are constantly sucking up information. It's a constant, pervasive surveillance network disguised as convenience, all designed to feed the algorithms that increasingly define your world. Welcome to the invisible cage. Once these digital profiles are built, your data transforms into the ultimate tool for manipulation. This isn't just about showing you an ad for shoes you just searched for. It's far more insidious. These AI systems become invisible puppet masters, leveraging your deepest fears, desires, and vulnerabilities, meticulously mapped out in your data profile. They deploy highly effective, often psychologically manipulative, campaigns, not just selling products, but sculpting your perceived needs. In politics, this manifests as micro-targeting on steroids, delivering bespoke messages designed to sway your specific demographic, even weaponizing misinformation to resonate with your existing biases. It's like a personalized propaganda machine, custom-built for you, and it extends to differential pricing. Have you ever wondered why your airline ticket or insurance premium seems higher than your friends? Even for the exact same service, AI analyzes your data profile, your browsing history, your location, your perceived income, your spending habits, then dynamically adjusts prices, knowing precisely how much you're willing or able to pay. They don't just find the price, they set your price. This brings us to the most dangerous illusion of all, the illusion of control. We're constantly told we can manage our privacy settings, opt out, or delete our data. But once your information enters these vast AI ecosystems, it's like trying to put toothpaste back in the tube. Your digital twin, the comprehensive profile AI has built, lives on. It's replicated across countless databases, sold and resold by shadowy data brokers. Deleting an app doesn't delete your profile. It just removes one interface to a persistent, digital, you. You have virtually no real control. And what are the legal loopholes being exploited to allow this pervasive data vacuuming? The truth is, existing privacy laws haven't merely lagged. They've been utterly outpaced by AI's rapid advancements. Vague terms of service, implicit consent hidden in endless pages of legalese, and jurisdictional gaps across borders create a digital Wild West. They don't just exploit legal gray areas. They actively forge them into wide-open highways for relentless data extraction. The entire system is explicitly designed to favor collection, not protection. So, who really profits from this data economy? It's not just the tech companies whose apps you use. It's a sprawling, multi-billion-dollar shadow industry built entirely on your digital footprint. We're talking about a clandestine network of data brokers, advertising technology firms, and political consulting groups, all gorging themselves on the raw material of your life. And yes, even governments are increasingly leveraging these vast datasets for everything from mass surveillance to predictive policing, even social scoring. Your digital footprint isn't just a trail. It's an open pit mine for others. But what do they actually do with all that information? It's far beyond that toothbrush ad you just saw. Your data profile now predicts your health risks for insurance companies, assesses your creditworthiness for loan providers, and even dictates your eligibility for certain jobs. Politically, it's a precision weapon, micro-targeting you with specific messages designed to exploit your emotional triggers and sway your vote. They're not just selling products. They're building a societal operating system that classifies, categorizes, and nudges entire populations, not just individuals. Your digital self is a blueprint for control. This isn't about convenience. It's about control. They aren't just selling products. They're selling influence, insights, and the staggering power to predict and shape human behavior on a massive, global scale. They're constructing a pervasive surveillance state where your every digital move is recorded, analyzed, and monetized, all under the saccharine guise of personalized experiences. This is an extractive industry, treating your personal information as a commodity, an endless oil well to be drilled for infinite profit. The ultimate goal isn't just to understand you, but to subtly, invisibly, direct you. It's the ultimate illusion of choice within a highly curated digital cage. When we talk about AI and jobs, the conversation usually fixates on outright job loss, the sensational image of robots stealing our careers. But that's just one piece of a much darker, far more insidious puzzle. What's actually more prevalent, and arguably more dehumanizing, is job degradation. AI isn't just displacing workers. It's actively transforming existing human roles into something less autonomous, more repetitive, and intensely monitored. Imagine a warehouse worker, once given a degree of freedom, now guided by an AI headset dictating every single step, optimizing routes, and demanding inhuman picking speeds. Or a gig economy driver, presented as an independent contractor whose every route, every fare, even every bathroom break is algorithmically controlled by an unseen digital overlord. They don't become redundant. They become hyper-efficient automatons, their humanity stripped away in the ruthless pursuit of pure metrics. This is the new, insidious reality of work. This leads directly to the chilling reality of algorithmic management and pervasive surveillance. AI-powered systems aren't just crunching numbers. They're constantly tracking you. Every keystroke, every phone call, every second of idle time is meticulously logged, analyzed, and can be instantly weaponized against you. Delivery drivers are monitored by GPS with surgical precision, while customer service reps have AI analyzing their tone, empathy, and call duration, forging an environment of unrelenting performance anxiety. This relentless digital oversight creates unrealistic quotas, fostering constant pressure to perform faster, cheaper, with absolutely zero deviation. And if something goes wrong, or you need to dispute a metric, good luck. You're not arguing with a human supervisor anymore. You're challenging an unfeeling, opaque algorithm that offers little to no recourse. You're just a cog in a machine that quite literally doesn't care if you break. They'll try to sell you the grand illusion of AI augmentation, claiming it simply makes human workers better, more efficient, even supercharged. But look closer. It's a sinister sleight of hand. Instead of augmenting skills, AI often serves to de-skill and commoditize labor. It fragments complex tasks into simple, repetitive motions, effectively turning skilled professionals into mere extensions of a machine. When your job is reduced to following precise algorithmic commands, your unique expertise quickly becomes irrelevant. And your bargaining power? Why pay more for a human whose role is virtually indistinguishable from a future robot? This isn't just theory. It's happening right now. Just look at Amazon warehouses, where AI-powered systems dictate every step, every grab, and demand an impossible pace, leading to staggering rates of burnout and serious physical injuries. Or consider delivery services, where AI algorithms micromanage every turn, every minute, transforming drivers into perpetual motion machines under constant surveillance. Even in call centers, AI monitors tone, assesses scripts, and dictates conversation flow, turning what should be empathetic human interaction into a robotic performance, pushing workers to their absolute emotional limits. This is what efficiency truly looks like. So, who truly benefits from this ruthless pursuit of efficiency? Certainly not the workers. The beneficiaries are unequivocally the corporations at the top, the shareholders, and the executives whose bottom lines swell, maximizing output while absolutely minimizing labor costs and human autonomy. This isn't progress. It's a system meticulously designed to extract every last ounce of productivity, regardless of the devastating human toll, all cloaked in the grand illusion of innovation. But here's the deeper, truly terrifying question. What are the long-term societal costs of a workforce managed by algorithms? This isn't just about individual burnout. It's a structural decay, an insidious dismantling of human dignity. Imagine a future where the majority of jobs offer no genuine autonomy, no space for creativity, no pathway for true skill development, where human workers are perpetually locked into tasks dictated by an unseen digital master, their value reduced to mere interchangeable throughput. We are actively cultivating an entire generation whose professional lives are defined by relentless, algorithmic surveillance and arbitrary, impossible quotas. This isn't efficiency. It's a blueprint for despair. This erosion of agency doesn't stay confined to the workplace. It bleeds into every aspect of life, diminishing human dignity, fostering widespread psychological distress, and fueling a profound sense of alienation. We risk creating a deeply stratified society. A small, privileged class engaged in creative, self-directed work, supported by a vast, precarious underclass whose sole purpose is to serve the relentless demands of the algorithm. This isn't efficiency. It's a blueprint for a future where human potential is stifled, where innovation is centralized, and where the very soul of work is replaced by cold, hard data. The cost? Nothing less than our collective humanity and the fabric of a truly engaged society. Now, let's peel back another layer of this grand illusion, the hype cycle's dark underbelly. AI isn't just about technological advancement. It's a full-blown gold rush, fueled by an insatiable appetite for profit and a profound fear of missing out, FOMO, gripping investors and corporations alike. Venture capitalists pour billions into AI startups, demanding exponential growth and quick returns. This creates an environment of irrational exuberance, where deployment speed trumps everything. Safety, ethics, even basic due diligence. It's a stampede, where critical safeguards are simply trampled underfoot in the desperate rush to avoid being left behind. This relentless pressure leads directly to a barrage of exaggerated claims and pure vaporware. Companies aren't just selling products. They're selling fantasies, painting AI as the magical solution to every problem. Marketing materials and press releases consistently overhype capabilities, promising sentient machines and flawless automation, while the reality is often clunky, error-prone, or simply non-existent. It's a classic magician's trick. All smoke and mirrors, designed to dazzle and distract from what's really there. This chasm between the shimmering promise and the often grim reality isn't harmless. It has real-world negative impacts. We're talking wasted investments, shattered trust, and, more critically, the premature deployment of profoundly flawed systems that directly affect lives, from healthcare to defense. The illusion isn't just a marketing ploy. It's a dangerous deception that costs us all. This unbridled sprint, fueled by venture capital and the relentless pressure of FOMO, creates a dangerous chasm. Regulatory lag. AI development is moving at hyperspeed. Yet governments and regulatory bodies are crawling, shackled by frameworks designed for a bygone era. It's like trying to regulate a supersonic jet with horse and buggy laws. This regulatory vacuum leaves a gaping hole, where ethical considerations are routinely sidelined, sacrificed at the altar of market dominance and first-mover advantage. Why wait for rules when you can capture the market now? The profit motive becomes the sole compass, steering development into ethically grey, often outright harmful, territories. This feeds into the grandest deception of all, the illusion of inevitable progress. We're relentlessly told AI is an unstoppable force, that all innovation is inherently good, necessary for humanity's advancement. But let's be blunt. A significant portion of AI development isn't driven by altruistic visions of a better future. It's powered by raw profit motives and fierce competitive advantage. Companies aren't asking, should we build this? But rather, can we build this, and how much money will it make? They're actively creating problems just to sell solutions, or building solutions for problems that don't truly exist, all to capture market share and investor dollars. Who funds these reckless developments? The same venture capitalists, the same tech giants, the same defense contractors. Who stand to gain the most from this unregulated gold rush, often at society's expense? So, how do we hold these tech giants accountable for false claims or harmful AI deployments? The short, deeply uncomfortable answer: existing mechanisms are virtually non-existent or laughably weak. It's like trying to sue a ghost. When AI systems make biased decisions, cause real harm, or when their advertised capabilities are simply blatant fiction. Our current legal and regulatory frameworks are shockingly unprepared. We're flying blind. Companies deliberately hide behind layers of complexity and trade secrets. They conveniently invoke the black box problem, often admitting even they don't fully understand an AI's decisions, let alone an external auditor or a court of law. How do you prove malfeasance or negligence when the perpetrator is an algorithm whose internal workings are proprietary, deliberately opaque, and constantly evolving? This systemic lack of transparency leaves victims with almost no recourse. You can't pinpoint a human to blame. You can't interrogate the code. And you can't easily prove causation. The system is meticulously designed to allow corporations to launch these powerful, often deeply flawed, technologies into the world with minimal oversight. They reap the massive profits while externalizing all the societal costs. It's a classic case of profit protection masquerading as innovation, leaving every single one of us vulnerable. We've reached perhaps the most chilling illusion of them all, the illusion of accountability. When AI makes critical decisions that profoundly impact your life, denying a crucial loan, flagging you for surveillance, even influencing a medical diagnosis or revoking vital social benefits, who exactly is responsible? The terrifying reality is, there's often no human to blame. You are not dealing with a biased individual or a flawed human process. You are facing a cold, unfeeling algorithm. It's like being judged by a phantom jury that delivers a verdict without explanation, without a face, and without a conscience. This leads directly to a profound lack of recourse. How do you challenge a decision made by an opaque AI system? The brutal truth: you can't. These algorithms are guarded by impenetrable walls of proprietary code and trade secrets. It's the ultimate black box problem. You see the input, you see the output, but the intricate, complex reasoning in between is deliberately hidden from view. Try to appeal, and you'll hit a digital brick wall, met with convoluted technical explanations or simply a robotic reiteration of the AI's judgment. There's no genuine path to understand why you were denied, how the decision was reached, or who sanctioned its deployment. This systemic lack of transparency leaves individuals utterly powerless, stripped of fundamental rights to explanation and appeal, all in the name of supposed algorithmic efficiency. This brings us to the most insidious proposition of all, the trust us fallacy. We're expected to blindly believe that powerful corporations and governments will deploy AI responsibly, prioritizing our good over their astronomical bottom line. This isn't just naive, it's outright dangerous. History screams countless warnings. Unchecked power, whether human or algorithmic, invariably leads to abuse. Without robust, truly independent oversight, a genuine ethical watchdog, not just a corporate internal review, we are actively handing over critical societal decisions to entities with inherent, undeniable conflicts of interest. This isn't trust, it's a wholesale surrender of our future. The direct consequence is a chilling erosion of due process, fundamental principles of justice, fairness, transparency, and your undeniable right to challenge adverse decisions are being silently dismantled before our eyes. When an AI denies your credit, flags you for surveillance, or impacts your medical care, and you can't get a clear, human understandable explanation or a genuine appeal, that is not efficiency. That's a digital kangaroo court, where justice is opaque and accountability is a convenient myth. So, the urgent investigative question emerges. What comprehensive legal and ethical frameworks are desperately needed to prevent this? We need laws demanding algorithmic transparency, independent impact assessments, and clear human-in-the-loop appeal mechanisms. And we need to know who truly benefits from this alarming lack of oversight, and why are they so fiercely resisting accountability? So, who is actively resisting these critical accountability measures, and why? The answer is stark. The powerful corporations and influential lobbies who stand to lose everything from transparency and oversight. Their arguments about stifling innovation, compromising proprietary trade secrets, or technology being too complex for laypeople, that's a well-worn smokescreen. The real reason is raw control, limitless profit, and the insatiable desire to operate in the shadows, free from the inconvenient truths that true accountability would expose. They want to set the rules of the game because they are already winning it, leaving us, the users and citizens, playing in a perpetually rigged system. We've journeyed through the uncomfortable truths of AI today, peeling back layers of carefully constructed illusions. We started by exposing the ghost in the machine, revealing how AI isn't neutral, but amplifies our deepest biases, from justice to finance. Then we shone a light on the unseen labor, the vast, exploited human workforce that truly makes AI smart, shattering the myth of autonomous intelligence. We confronted data vampires, showing how AI relentlessly extracts and weaponizes your digital life, leading to pervasive surveillance and subtle manipulation. We then saw the automation trap, where efficiency means dehumanizing labor and replacing human autonomy with algorithmic management. Next, we unmasked the hype cycle's dark underbelly, understanding how reckless investments and exaggerated claims always prioritize profit over genuine progress. And finally, we grappled with the illusion of accountability, discovering that when AI makes critical decisions, there's often no human to blame, no recourse, and zero transparency. The narrative of AI as an unblemished force for good is precisely that, a meticulously crafted illusion. Here at IA Want Illusions, we stand for a different truth. We believe true progress isn't built on hype or convenient fictions. It begins with unflinching honesty. It demands skepticism, critical thinking, and an unwavering commitment to uncover what they don't want you to see. Because what they deliberately hide is always where the real power imbalances lie. Don't just passively consume the shiny narratives. Question them. Demand transparency, not just from governments, but from the tech giants actively shaping your world. Understand the real forces at play, the venture capital, the relentless profit motives, the cutthroat race for market dominance, because these are the true architects behind AI's most concerning applications. If this deep dive has opened your eyes to the true nature of AI, hit that like button right now to help spread this critical message. For more incisive breakdowns and to help us continue exposing the realities behind the hype, subscribe to IA Want Illusions and ring that notification bell. And tell us in the comments below, what dark side of AI are you most concerned about? What other illusions do you see through? Your insights fuel our mission and empower this community against the spin. The future of AI isn't written yet. It will be shaped by our awareness, our demands, and our refusal to live in a world of illusions. Stay critical. Stay informed. We'll see you next time, still fighting the good fight. We've journeyed through the uncomfortable truths of AI today, peeling back the layers of carefully constructed illusions. We started by exposing the ghost in the machine, revealing how AI isn't a neutral, benevolent force, but a mirror reflecting and magnifying our deepest societal biases, from justice to hiring. Then we shone a glaring light on the unseen labor, unmasking the vast, exploited human workforce that actually makes AI smart, shattering the myth of truly autonomous intelligence. We confronted data vampires, showing how AI relentlessly extracts, processes, and weaponizes your digital life, leading to pervasive surveillance and subtle manipulation, often entirely without your knowledge. We then dissected the automation trap, demonstrating how efficiency isn't progress at all. It often means dehumanizing existing jobs, increasing workplace surveillance, and creating new, insidious forms of control over your labor. Next, we unmasked the hype cycle's dark underbelly, understanding how reckless investments and exaggerated claims prioritize sheer profit and market dominance over safety, ethics, or genuine societal benefit. And finally, we grappled with the illusion of accountability, discovering that when AI makes critical decisions with severe consequences, there's often no human to blame, no clear recourse, and no genuine transparency, leaving individuals utterly powerless. The narrative of artificial intelligence as an unblemished, inevitable force for good is exactly that, a carefully constructed illusion. Here at IA Want Illusions, our mission is clear. True progress isn't built on marketing gloss, corporate spin, or hidden truths. It begins with unflinching honesty. It demands skepticism, critical thinking, and an unwavering commitment to uncover what they don't want you to see. Because what they deliberately keep hidden is often where the real power imbalances lie, where the exploitation takes root, and where your future is being silently reshaped. Don't just passively consume the shiny narratives. Question them. Demand transparency, not just from governments, but from the powerful tech giants designing and deploying the AI systems increasingly intertwined with every aspect of your life. Understand the real forces at play, the venture capital, the insatiable profit motives, the relentless race for market dominance, because these are the true architects behind many of AI's darker applications and the systemic problems we face. Your awareness is your most potent weapon. If this deep dive has opened your eyes to the true nature of AI, hit that like button to send a powerful signal, helping us spread this critical message even wider. For more investigative breakdowns, more truth, and to help us continue exposing the realities behind the hype, subscribe to IA Want Illusions and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next expose. And tell us in the comments below, what dark side of AI worries you most in your daily life? What other illusions have you seen through? Your insights fuel our mission and empower this community to demand better. The future of AI isn't some predetermined path. It's being written right now, every single day. It's shaped by our awareness, by our collective demands for transparency, and by our unwavering refusal to live in a world of illusions. Stay critical. Stay informed. We'll see you next time. The narrative of artificial intelligence as an unblemished, benevolent force for good? That's not just optimism, it's a meticulously engineered illusion. A digital smokescreen built to stop you from asking the only questions that truly matter. Here at IA Want Illusions, our mission is brutally clear. True, sustainable progress isn't built on shiny promises or corporate PR spin. It's forged in the raw, uncomfortable truth, not manufactured hype. It demands relentless skepticism, razor-sharp critical thinking, and an unwavering commitment to dig deeper, to peel back every layer and uncover precisely what they don't want you to see. Because what's hidden is always where the real power imbalances lie, where the exploitation takes root, and where your future is being silently, insidiously reshaped. So, don't just passively consume the glossy, polished narratives they feed you. Question everything. Challenge the hype. Demand transparency, not just from governments, but from the powerful tech giants designing and deploying the AI systems now irrevocably intertwined with every single aspect of your existence. Understand the real forces at play, the colossal venture capital, the insatiable profit motives, the relentless, cutthroat race for market dominance. These are the true architects behind AI's darker applications and the systemic problems we face. Your critical awareness isn't just a tool. It is your most potent weapon against their agenda. So, if this deep dive has truly opened your eyes to the insidious nature of AI, if you've seen through even one more illusion, then hit that like button right now. Send a powerful signal. Help us amplify this critical message, pushing back against their carefully curated narratives. For more uncompromising investigative breakdowns, for more raw truth, and to help us continue exposing the realities behind the hype, subscribe to IA Want Illusions immediately and ring that notification bell. That way, you will not miss our next expose, our next journey into technology's hidden corners. Now, the microphone is yours. Tell us in the comments below, what dark side of AI concerns you most every single day? What illusions have you already shattered? Or what new questions has this expose ignited in your mind? Your insights aren't just comments. They are the bedrock of our mission. They guide our future investigations and empower this entire community to demand better from the technology that increasingly dictates our lives. Your perspective isn't just vital. It's the missing piece in this critical fight against the hype. Remember this. The future of AI isn't some predetermined path dictated by tech giants or government committees. It's not a done deal, fixed in indelible ink, destined to unfold regardless of our input. Instead, it's being forged right now, every single day, by our collective awareness, by the difficult questions we dare to ask, and by the unwavering demands we make for genuine transparency and accountability. Fundamentally, it's shaped by our refusal to live in a world of illusions. A world where complex, powerful systems operate behind a veil of secrecy. Your skepticism isn't cynicism. It's a vital defense mechanism. So, stay critical. Stay informed. Keep digging beyond the surface, past the hype, and through the carefully curated narratives. Because when we stand together and demand the truth, we don't just see through the matrix. We begin to rewrite its code. We'll see you next time, here on IA Want Illusions. Forget the notion of AI's predetermined future, a destiny handed down by tech giants or a fate you passively await. No, it's a dynamic tapestry, woven thread by thread, by today's decisions, deployed algorithms, and most critically, our collective response. This future isn't forged in Silicon Valley boardrooms alone. It's shaped by our awareness, our ability to pierce through glossy presentations and grasp the underlying mechanisms. It's shaped by our demands for ethics, transparency, and accountability when things go wrong. And most powerfully, it's shaped by our refusal to embrace comfortable lies over uncomfortable truths. Never underestimate the power of an informed, skeptical public. So, as we conclude this expose, remember these non-negotiable principles: stay critical, question every narrative, stay relentlessly informed, digging for the deeper truths. Because when we stand together and demand reality, we don't just observe the future. We actively, fundamentally, rewrite its code. We'll see you next time, here on IA Want Illusions, ready to shatter even more digital mirages. Let's concede this upfront. ChatGPT isn't some rogue AI plotting your demise. It is a powerful tool, a digital Swiss Army knife for specific tasks. Recognizing its true role is crucial. Think of it as a tireless junior assistant, always ready to tackle the mundane, repetitive, preliminary tasks that often bog down your day. It's a relentless researcher, sifting through mountains of data, summarizing dense papers, or extracting key points in mere seconds. Need a first draft for an email, a detailed blog outline, a marketing concept, or even a basic code snippet to kickstart a project? ChatGPT churns out a solid starting point, saving you from dreaded blank page paralysis and literally hours of initial legwork. It's a brainstorming partner that never runs out of ideas, no matter how outlandish, giving you a diverse springboard for your own creative leaps and strategic thinking. This isn't about replacement. It's about radical augmentation. It's designed to lift the administrative burden from your shoulders, allowing you to reallocate your most valuable asset, your human intelligence, to what truly matters. We're talking complex, non-linear problem solving, strategic thinking that connects disparate ideas, groundbreaking creative ideation, and the nuanced human interaction AI simply cannot replicate. For a graphic designer, AI can quickly generate 10 different visual mockups, freeing them to focus on the client's vision and true creative direction. A lawyer can leverage it to rapidly summarize hundreds of precedent documents, saving hours for crucial legal analysis and human advocacy. A marketing manager can swiftly draft 5 distinct ad copy variations, then apply their market insight and emotional intelligence to choose and refine the most impactful one with that indispensable human touch. Crucially, however, ChatGPT remains unequivocally a tool in human hands. It demands human oversight, expert correction, and your intelligent direction. It's like a highly advanced, super efficient hammer, incredibly powerful for driving nails, but utterly useless, even dangerous, without a skilled carpenter to wield it with purpose and precision. The human provides the intention, the context, the ethical framework, the critical discernment, and the final, ultimate judgment. It's not the master, it's a co-pilot, and you are still the pilot in command, navigating the journey and making every single critical decision. Let's be absolutely clear. ChatGPT is a powerful computational tool, not a competitor, but a tireless digital assistant, a lightning-fast researcher. It can churn through mountains of data in seconds, augmenting human capabilities by offloading the grunt work to free up your valuable time for tasks that genuinely demand human intellect and nuance. For content creators, ChatGPT can instantly generate preliminary blog post outlines, draft basic social media captions, or list topic ideas when you hit a creative wall. A marketing professional can leverage it to produce dozens of ad copy variations, refine email subject lines, or quickly synthesize market research data, allowing them to focus on strategic campaign design and the crucial emotional messaging. Developers can use it to generate basic code snippets, suggest debugging approaches, or draft technical documentation, accelerating the more mechanical parts of coding. Even in consulting or analysis, it excels at summarizing lengthy reports, extracting key data points, or outlining initial frameworks for complex problems. Customer service agents can utilize it to draft rapid, consistent responses to common queries, improving efficiency while absolutely requiring human oversight for sensitive cases. This isn't about replacement. It's about shifting the workflow by offloading the mundane, the repetitive, and the preliminary. ChatGPT can allow you to dedicate your unique human skills, critical thinking, creative ideation, complex problem solving, and empathetic communication to higher value activities. It's a force multiplier, not a substitute. But crucially, remember this: it's a tool in human hands, demanding human oversight, expert correction, and intelligent direction. It's like a highly advanced, super efficient hammer, incredibly powerful for driving nails, but utterly useless, even dangerous, without a skilled carpenter to wield it with purpose and precision. The human provides the intention, the context, the ethical framework, the critical discernment, and the final, ultimate judgment. It's not the master, it's a co-pilot, and you are still the pilot in command, navigating the journey and making every critical decision. Let's be absolutely clear. ChatGPT is a powerful tool. Don't mistake it for a competitor. See it as a tireless digital assistant, an unflagging brainstorming partner, or a research associate capable of sifting through mountains of data in seconds. It can significantly augment human capabilities, freeing your valuable time for tasks that actually demand human intellect and nuance. Think about it. A content creator gets instant blog outlines or preliminary social media captions. Marketers can generate dozens of ad copy variations or rapidly synthesize market research. Developers, basic code snippets, debugging ideas. Even customer service agents can draft rapid, consistent responses for common queries. This isn't about replacement. It's about shifting the workflow by offloading the mundane, repetitive, and preliminary. ChatGPT promises to let you dedicate your unique human skills, critical thinking, creative ideation, complex problem solving, and empathetic communication to higher value activities. It's a force multiplier, not a substitute. But crucially, remember this: it's a tool in human hands, demanding human oversight, expert correction, and intelligent direction. It's like a highly advanced hammer, powerful for driving nails, but utterly useless, even dangerous, without a skilled carpenter. You remain the pilot in command, making every critical decision. Never forget this fundamental truth amidst the hype. Let's be crystal clear. ChatGPT is not a sentient entity. It's a powerful tool. End of story. Imagine your most diligent, tireless junior assistant, always ready to dive into the grunt work. It's an incredibly efficient researcher, sifting mountains of data, extracting key information, and summarizing complex reports in moments. A brainstorming partner that never runs out of ideas, no matter how wild, giving you the ultimate springboard for your own creative leaps. Its core strength: augmenting human capabilities, not replacing them. By offloading the mundane, repetitive, or preliminary tasks, ChatGPT dramatically frees your most precious resource: your time. This lets you reallocate your energy to the truly complex, creative, and uniquely human-centric aspects of your work. It can swiftly draft initial content, summarize dense texts, and meticulously organize disparate information. But here's the absolute truth, and big tech often tries to obscure it. It is always a tool in human hands. It demands your oversight, your expertise for correction, your judgment for direction, and your critical eye for validation. It's like a sophisticated hammer, incredibly effective, but utterly useless, even dangerous, without a skilled builder guiding its every swing with intention and purpose. You are the builder. Never forget that. But let's be blunt, the augmentation narrative isn't just sunshine and rainbows. It casts deep, foreboding shadows, not minor glitches, but fundamental dangers. Over-reliance on AI, while seemingly efficient, leads to a profound de-skilling effect. Imagine constantly using a calculator for basic arithmetic. Eventually, your mental math deteriorates. Similarly, outsourcing critical thinking, complex drafting, or even basic research to AI makes us dependent on the machine, slowly eroding our own cognitive and creative faculties. We risk becoming mere overseers of AI output, rather than true originators or critical thinkers. Is that the future you truly want? Beyond individual de-skilling, there's the pervasive threat of quality degradation. When everyone leans on the same algorithms for content generation, the result is a flood of homogenized, generic, and unoriginal output. The unique voice, the spark of genuine creativity, the truly novel idea, these are drowned out by a sea of statistically probable, yet utterly unremarkable, text. The pursuit of AI-driven speed too often sacrifices depth and distinctiveness. Originality dies a quiet death. And perhaps most concerning is how this augmentation can be weaponized by employers. Instead of genuinely empowering workers, AI becomes a justification for increased workload and pressure. Companies can demand unrealistic productivity from fewer employees, effectively using the machine to push more work onto existing staff. This isn't just about efficiency, it's a strategic move to cut labor costs, justify fewer hires, and push down wages, effectively devaluing human labor. It's a clever tactic. Offer a shiny new tool, then demand more for less, making you feel replaceable. Don't fall for the illusion. Here's the brutal truth. The real threat to your job isn't AI itself. It's the corporate decision makers who choose how, when, and why to implement it. This isn't some preordained technological destiny. It's about raw human choices, deeply entrenched power, and a relentless pursuit of profit. Big tech isn't pushing ChatGPT because it's suddenly smart or a magic bullet. They're deploying it because they see a powerful leverage point to achieve specific, financially driven agendas. What kind of agendas? Let's get into it. Think of AI as a sophisticated, high-powered industrial tool. The tool itself is neutral. Its impact hinges entirely on the hands that wield it. A skilled artisan might use it to craft something magnificent, amplifying their unique talent. But a ruthless, cost-cutting executive? They'll use that exact same tool to dismantle an assembly line, to replace human workers. Their motivation is never about grand innovation. It's about one thing: slashing overhead. This isn't theoretical. It translates into stark, brutal corporate objectives. First, slash labor costs by forcing fewer employees to do more work. Second, tighten control over processes, standardizing output to an extreme, and monitoring employees with unprecedented, invasive granularity. They're maximizing shareholder value, relentlessly squeezing every ounce of productivity from the workforce, often at the direct expense of human jobs and worker dignity. This isn't about technology's magic. It's about power, pure economics, and cold corporate strategy. AI is simply the latest, most potent instrument in a long, dark history of corporate maneuvers designed to optimize the bottom line. regardless of the human cost. And that is the illusion they desperately want you to ignore. Here's the brutal truth. The real danger to your job isn't AI itself. It's the corporate decision makers who choose how, when, and why to implement it. This isn't about algorithmic fate or some preordained technological destiny. It's about raw human choices, deeply entrenched power, and a relentless pursuit of profit. Big tech isn't pushing ChatGPT because it's suddenly smart or a magic bullet. They're deploying it because they see a powerful leverage point to achieve specific, financially driven agendas. What kind of agendas? Let's get into it. Think of AI as a sophisticated, high-powered industrial tool. The tool itself is neutral. Its impact hinges entirely on the hands that wield it. A skilled artisan might use it to craft something magnificent, amplifying their unique talent. But a ruthless, cost-cutting executive? They'll use that exact same tool to dismantle an assembly line, to replace human workers. Their motivation is never about grand innovation. It's about one thing: slashing overhead. This isn't theoretical. It translates into stark, brutal corporate objectives. First, slash labor costs by forcing fewer employees to do more work. Second, tighten control over processes, standardizing output to an extreme, and monitoring employees with unprecedented, invasive granularity. They're maximizing shareholder value, relentlessly squeezing every ounce of productivity from the workforce, often at the direct expense of human jobs and worker dignity. This isn't about technology's magic. It's about power, pure economics, and cold corporate strategy. AI is simply the latest, most potent instrument in a long, dark history of corporate maneuvers designed to optimize the bottom line, regardless of the human cost. And that is the illusion they desperately want you to ignore. This isn't just about individual jobs or corporate bottom lines. This cuts deeper. This is about the very fabric of our society and the future of human dignity in work. The uncritical, rapid adoption of AI without robust ethical frameworks. That's a direct roadmap to a truly dystopian future. Imagine a workplace where every keystroke, every task, every break is timed, analyzed, and evaluated by an algorithm. This isn't about productivity. It's about total surveillance and absolute control. It's creating a digital panopticon, stripping workers of their autonomy and reducing them to data points. Even worse, we're witnessing the rise of algorithmic management, where AI isn't just a tool. It's becoming the boss. It sets unreachable targets, optimizes schedules to the breaking point, and evaluates performance with cold, unfeeling logic. This strips workers of all agency, leaving them feeling like mere cogs in a machine, with nowhere to turn against an unempathetic digital overseer. This directly leads to the erosion of worker rights. When an algorithm dictates terms, what happens to collective bargaining? To fair treatment? The power imbalance between capital and labor skyrockets, making it nearly impossible for individuals to push back against this digital dictator. The benefits of this so-called efficiency flow overwhelmingly upwards, exacerbating economic inequality and creating a stark divide. Those who own and control the algorithms versus those whose labor is managed and devalued by them. And who owns these powerful algorithms? A handful of tech giants. This unchecked power further centralizes control, not just over our data, but over the very definition of work itself. The real job killer isn't a chatbot. It's unchecked corporate power, devoid of critical public discourse and robust regulation around AI's deployment. This is the illusion they desperately want you to ignore. So, how do you truly future-proof your career in this era of AI hype and corporate exploitation? The answer isn't just learn to code or become an AI prompt engineer. Those are valuable tactical skills, sure, but they won't guarantee long-term, irreplaceable value. To truly survive and thrive, you must relentlessly cultivate the uniquely human capabilities that current AI, despite all the grandiose claims, simply cannot replicate. What are these superpowers big tech doesn't want you to fully realize? First, double down on critical thinking. The ability to question everything, to discern truth from even the most sophisticated algorithmic fabrications. AI processes vast data. You must interpret its meaning, its implications, its inherent biases. Don't just ask, what? Demand, why? Second, master complex problem solving. Defining ambiguous challenges. Navigating uncharted territory where no dataset currently exists. AI operates within known patterns. Human ingenuity creates new ones. Third, unleash your true creativity. Generating genuinely novel ideas, art, and strategies that defy statistical prediction. This is the spark of human originality AI can only ever mimic, never truly originate. Fourth, hone your emotional intelligence. Empathy, leadership, negotiation, building trust, inspiring teams, the bedrock of all meaningful human collaboration. And finally, sharpen your ethical reasoning, making decisions based on values, fairness, and long-term societal impact. Be the human counterpart to the machine. Provide the judgment and the insight that algorithms, by their very nature, lack. Your humanity is your ultimate defense. But future-proofing isn't just about individual skill refinement. It's also about something crucial, something big tech hopes you overlook: critical engagement with this technology, both individually and collectively. Don't just consume the shiny new tools big tech shoves your way. Interrogate them relentlessly. You need to understand how AI actually works, its statistical foundations, its pattern-matching nature, its inherent limitations. Know its fundamental lack of consciousness or common sense. Maintain a healthy, even aggressive, skepticism towards any magic claims, any promises of effortless perfection. Remember this: AI is a black box only to those unwilling to ask questions. You wouldn't hand over your life savings to an accountant you don't understand. Why would you hand over your intellectual labor to an algorithm you haven't scrutinized for bias, errors, or ethical blind spots? Beyond individual adaptation, the future of work is fundamentally about collective action. We must move past just updating our individual skills. We need to demand robust ethical guidelines, radical transparency in AI systems, and stringent regulation. Advocate for policies that address algorithmic bias, protect data privacy, and ensure automation's benefits are shared broadly, not hoarded at the top. Support unions and organizations actively fighting for worker rights and dignity in an AI-driven economy. Because the real job killer isn't some emotionless chatbot evolving into sentience. It's unchecked corporate power wielding that chatbot without oversight or accountability. Lifelong learning. Absolutely. Staying updated on new tools is non-negotiable. But it's not just about learning to use AI. It's about learning to question AI, learning to manage AI, and ultimately, learning to govern AI. Adapt to new tools. Yes, but always retain your human oversight, your critical faculty, and your moral compass. This is how we ensure AI truly serves humanity, rather than the other way around. The truth about AI's limitations and the power dynamics behind its deployment is your most powerful defense, and collective action is your strongest shield against the illusion. So, caught in the relentless buzz of AI hype, how do you truly future-proof your career? Forget the illusion that simply learning to code, or becoming an AI prompt engineer, is your golden ticket. Those are valuable tactical skills, yes, but they won't guarantee long-term, irreplaceable value. To truly survive and thrive, you must relentlessly cultivate the uniquely human capabilities that current AI simply cannot replicate. What are these core human superpowers big tech desperately hopes you ignore? First, double down on critical thinking. The ability to question everything, to discern truth from sophisticated algorithmic fabrication. AI processes vast data. You must interpret its meaning, implications, and hidden biases. Don't just ask, what? Demand, why? Second, master complex problem solving. Defining ambiguous challenges. Navigating uncharted territory where no dataset exists. AI operates within known patterns. Human ingenuity creates new ones. Third, unleash your true creativity. Generating genuinely novel ideas, art, and strategies that defy statistical prediction. It's the spark of human originality AI can only mimic, never truly originate. Fourth, hone your emotional intelligence. Empathy, leadership, negotiation, building trust, inspiring teams, the bedrock of all meaningful human collaboration. And finally, sharpen your ethical reasoning, making decisions based on values, fairness, and long-term societal impact. Be the human counterpart to the machine. Provide the judgment and insight that algorithms fundamentally lack. This also means embracing radical adaptability and interdisciplinary understanding, seeing the bigger picture, connecting disparate fields, constantly evolving through a human lens. You are the irreplaceable conductor of this orchestra. AI is merely a supporting instrument. Your humanity is your ultimate strategic advantage. So, how do you future-proof your career amidst all the AI hype? The answer isn't just, learn to code, or, become a prompt engineer. Those are merely tactical. Your real defense? Relentlessly cultivating uniquely human capabilities AI simply cannot replicate. What are these indispensable superpowers big tech doesn't want you to fully realize? First, double down on critical thinking. Question everything. Discern truth from algorithmic fabrication. And dissect why something works. AI gives data. You provide the indispensable judgment. Second, master complex problem solving. Tackling challenges without blueprints. Demanding intuition and innovative leaps into the unknown. Third, unleash your true creativity. Generating genuinely novel ideas, art, and strategies that defy mere statistical prediction. This is the inimitable spark of human originality AI can only ever mimic, never truly originate. Fourth, hone emotional intelligence, empathy, leadership, building authentic connections, and inspiring teams. Fifth, develop ethical reasoning, making decisions rooted in values, fairness, and profound societal impact. Embrace radical adaptability, constantly learning and evolving through a truly human lens. And cultivate interdisciplinary understanding, connecting disparate fields to form the crucial bigger picture. You are the irreplaceable human conductor, wielding AI as your powerful, yet subordinate, instrument. Your humanity is your ultimate strategic advantage against their illusions. But being the human counterpart isn't just about what you cultivate internally. It's also about how you engage with the tools themselves. Equally important is to understand how AI actually works, its inherent limitations, and to maintain a healthy, even aggressive, skepticism towards any magic claims. Don't just passively consume the tech giants' narratives or blindly adopt every new shiny AI product. Interrogate it relentlessly. Ask, what data trained this model? What biases are baked in? Where does its statistical prediction completely break down? Think of AI not as an oracle, but as an incredibly fast calculator. Brilliant at sums, but only as good as the numbers you feed it, and utterly incapable of truly understanding the why behind its calculations. Be a lifelong learner, absolutely, constantly adapting to new tools and workflows. That's non-negotiable in our rapidly changing world. But here's the crucial part. Always retain your human oversight and critical faculty. Don't let the algorithms make you complacent or erode your own judgment. The ultimate responsibility always rests with you. That's a burden AI can never shoulder. And remember, the future of work isn't just about individual adaptation. It's about collective action. We must demand ethical development and robust regulation of AI, pushing back against its uncritical deployment. This means advocating for radical transparency, fighting for worker protections against algorithmic management, and ensuring that AI serves society, not just shareholder value. Your individual resilience is vital, but our collective voice, demanding a human-centered future for technology, is truly unstoppable. The real battle isn't against robots. It's for control over how technology is built and used. This is how we dismantle their illusions of AI superiority. But your role as the human counterpart isn't just about internal strength. It's about external defense. You must grasp how AI actually works, its deep-seated limitations, and cultivate an aggressive skepticism towards any magic claims. Stop passively consuming big tech's narratives or blindly adopting every shiny new AI product. Interrogate it. Demand to know, what data was it trained on? What biases are lurking beneath the surface? Where does its statistical prediction utterly fail? Remember this, AI isn't an oracle. It's a powerful calculator, only as smart as the numbers you feed it, and fundamentally incapable of grasping the why behind its calculations. It just crunches. Yes, being a lifelong learner, constantly adapting to new tools and workflows, is non-negotiable in our rapidly changing world. But here's the critical warning. Always retain your human oversight and critical faculty. Never let the algorithms lull you into complacency or erode your own judgment. Because the ultimate responsibility, the true burden of consequences, always rests with you. And here's the final, crucial piece. The future of work isn't just about individual adaptation. It's about powerful collective action. We must demand ethical development and robust regulation of AI, pushing back hard against its uncritical deployment and the unchecked power behind it. This means advocating for radical transparency, fighting relentlessly for worker protections against algorithmic management, and ensuring that AI serves society, not just the inflated shareholder value of a few tech giants. Your individual resilience is vital, yes, but our united collective voice, demanding a human-centered future for technology, is truly unstoppable. Remember this, the real battle isn't against robots. It's for control over how technology is built and, more importantly, used. That's how we expose and dismantle their entire illusion. So, will ChatGPT steal your job? The truth. It's nowhere near as simple, or as apocalyptic, as the hype machine screams. ChatGPT is a tool with profound limitations. It's a sophisticated pattern matcher, a powerful data parrot, not a sentient, job-hungry entity plotting your obsolescence. The real danger isn't some intelligent machine coming for your livelihood. It's powerful human actors making unilateral decisions about its deployment, often prioritizing unchecked profit and control over people and societal well-being. Your job, your career, isn't merely a collection of discrete, automatable tasks an algorithm can swallow whole. It's infused with uniquely human value that no current AI can replicate. Your critical judgment, your nuanced communication, your inherent creativity, your emotional intelligence, your ethical insight, and your profound adaptability. These aren't just soft skills. They are your true fortifications, the irreducible core of your professional worth. The jobocalypse is a manufactured illusion. The genuine battle we face isn't against machines at all. It's for ethical control and equitable distribution of technology's power. So, will ChatGPT steal your job? After dissecting the hype, the truth is crystal clear. It's not the simple, apocalyptic narrative they've desperately sold you. ChatGPT isn't some sentient terminator eyeing your cubicle. It's merely a sophisticated statistical engine, incredibly powerful, yes, but fundamentally limited. A glorified autocomplete, nothing more. The real threat isn't the algorithm itself. It's the human hands wielding it, the corporate decisions prioritizing unchecked profit over people, cutting costs and consolidating power, all while using AI as a convenient scapegoat. Your job isn't a mere checklist of automatable tasks. It's a rich tapestry woven with uniquely human threads. Critical judgment, empathy, truly creative problem solving, ethical reasoning, and nuanced communication. These are the irreplaceable skills AI cannot replicate. The irreducible core of your professional worth. The jobocalypse is a manufactured illusion. The genuine battle we face isn't against machines. It's for ethical control and equitable distribution of technology's power. Here at IA Want Illusions, our mission has always been precisely this: to cut through the noise, to dismantle the illusions, and expose the uncomfortable truths big tech would rather you ignore. We just ripped apart the AI jobocalypse myth, revealing that the real battle isn't against algorithms, but against unchecked power and engineered fear. We believe in arming you with knowledge, because a truly informed public is the greatest, most potent check on technological overreach. We're here to empower you, not to panic you. But our work, and your vigilance, doesn't end here. If you're tired of the AI hype, if you demand truth over illusion, then don't just stand by. Hit that like button. Subscribe to IA Want Illusions now to arm yourself with facts. To join a community that questions, investigates, and empowers. And most importantly, tell us in the comments below. What's the next big AI illusion? The next piece of technological propaganda you want us to deconstruct? What fear have they sold you that needs unmasking? Because remember this, in an age of manufactured realities, the truth isn't just a comfort. It's your most powerful shield. So, will ChatGPT steal your job? After our relentless dissection of the hype, the media frenzy, and big tech's carefully crafted narrative, the truth, crystal clear, is this: it's not the simplistic, apocalyptic scenario they've desperately tried to sell you. ChatGPT isn't a sentient, job-hungry overlord lurking in the digital shadows. It's a phenomenally sophisticated language model, a master pattern matcher, a tireless data parrot that can mimic human communication with uncanny accuracy. Yes, it's powerful, but fundamentally, it remains a tool, a very advanced one, but a tool nonetheless, with profound, inherent limitations. It lacks consciousness, true understanding, common sense, ethical judgment, and the nuanced grasp of real-world context. The real danger isn't an intelligent machine plotting your obsolescence. It's the powerful human actors, the corporate decision-makers, who consciously choose how to deploy this technology. They prioritize unchecked profits over human well-being, seeking to slash labor costs, amplify surveillance, and consolidate power, often using AI as a convenient, fear-inducing scapegoat to justify their agendas. Your job, your career, your inherent value, is not reducible to a mere checklist of automatable tasks that can be swallowed whole by an algorithm. It's a complex tapestry woven with uniquely human threads. Your critical thinking, your unparalleled creativity, your deep emotional intelligence, your unwavering ethical compass, your nuanced, truly human communication, and your profound adaptability. These aren't just soft skills. They are your true fortifications, the irreducible, indispensable core of your professional worth. The AI jobocalypse isn't an inevitable technological fate. It's a meticulously manufactured illusion. The genuine battle we face, the one that truly matters, is for ethical control, worker dignity, and an equitable, human-centered future for technology, not a futile war against machines. And this profound distinction, this unvarnished truth, is precisely why IA Want Illusions exists. Our unwavering mission is to cut through the deafening noise, to systematically dismantle the illusions propagated by those who profit from your fear, and to boldly expose the uncomfortable truths big tech would rather you ignore. We've just done exactly that for the pervasive AI jobocalypse myth, pulling back the curtain to reveal that the real power struggle isn't against algorithms, but against unchecked corporate power and strategically manufactured anxiety. Our steadfast commitment is to arm you, our informed viewer, with knowledge, because a truly educated and critically thinking public remains the single greatest defense against technological overreach and manipulative corporate agendas. We are here to empower you with undeniable facts, not to drown you in manufactured panic, so you can navigate this rapidly evolving future with absolute clarity, unwavering confidence, and genuine agency. But our collective work, and your individual vigilance, doesn't end with this video. This crucial conversation is just beginning, and we need your voice in it. If you are truly tired of the relentless AI hype, if you yearn for unvarnished truth over carefully constructed illusion, then don't just passively stand by and watch. Take decisive action. First, smash that like button. It's a small click for you, but a powerful signal to us and to the algorithms that this message of truth needs to reach more people. Second, share this video widely, send it to a colleague, a friend, a family member who's been caught in the crossfire of AI anxiety. Help them see past the fear. Third, and critically, subscribe to IA Want Illusions. Join our growing community of skeptics, investigators, and truth seekers who are determined to arm themselves with facts, to question everything, and to empower each other. Finally, and perhaps most importantly for our next investigation, tell us in the comments below. What's the next big AI illusion? What piece of technological propaganda? What fear-mongering headline? What deceptive narrative have they sold you that desperately needs unmasking? What truth do you want us to deconstruct next? Because remember this, always, in an age saturated with manufactured realities, the truth isn't merely a comfort. It isn't just an opinion you hold. It's your most powerful, impenetrable defense. It is your shield against manipulation. Use it wisely. So, will ChatGPT steal your job? After our deep dive, dissecting the hype, the fear, and big tech's carefully crafted narrative, the definitive answer is a resounding, nuanced no. Not in the simplistic, apocalyptic way you've been frantically warned. ChatGPT isn't some sentient, job-hungry overlord lurking in the digital shadows. It's an incredibly sophisticated tool, a brilliant pattern matcher, a tireless data parrot that mimics human communication with uncanny accuracy. Yes, it's powerful, but fundamentally, it remains just that, a tool with crippling limitations. It utterly lacks consciousness, true understanding, real-world judgment, ethical reasoning, or the nuanced human context that defines truly valuable work. The real danger isn't the algorithm itself. It's the human actors wielding it. It's the corporate elites, the venture capitalists, The powerful decision makers who consciously choose how to deploy this technology. They prioritize unchecked profits over human well-being, aiming to slash labor costs, amplify surveillance, and consolidate power, all while using AI as a convenient, fear-inducing scapegoat to justify their agendas. Your job, your career, your inherent value is not reducible to a mere checklist of automatable tasks an algorithm can simply swallow. It's a complex tapestry woven with uniquely human threads. Your critical thinking, your unparalleled creativity, your deep emotional intelligence, your unwavering ethical compass, your nuanced communication, and your profound adaptability. These aren't just soft skills. They are your true fortifications, the indispensable core of your professional worth. The AI jobocalypse isn't an inevitable technological fate. It's a meticulously manufactured illusion. The genuine battle we face, the one that truly matters, is for ethical control and equitable distribution of technology's power, not a futile war against machines. So, will ChatGPT steal your job? After cutting through the hype, the truth is a resounding no, not in the simplistic, apocalyptic narrative they've tried to sell you. ChatGPT is a tool, a brilliant pattern matcher, a powerful statistical engine. But fundamentally, it utterly lacks consciousness, true understanding, and the nuanced judgment that defines human work. Think of it this way: it's a highly sophisticated parrot, not a sentient predator. The real danger isn't the AI itself. It's the human actors wielding it, corporate decision makers prioritizing pure profit over people. They're deploying AI to slash labor costs, escalate surveillance, and consolidate their power, often using the AI job apocalypse as a convenient smokescreen to disarm any critical questioning. This isn't about inevitable tech advancement. It's about raw power dynamics and economic agendas. Your job isn't merely a checklist of automatable tasks. It's infused with uniquely human value, your critical thinking, your empathy, your creativity, complex problem solving, ethical judgment, and authentic collaboration. These are skills no algorithm can genuinely replicate. This isn't a tech problem. It's a systemic challenge demanding collective action and robust regulation, not individual panic. Understand this: your human edge isn't just an advantage. It remains your greatest, most irreplaceable asset. At IA Want Illusions, our mission is absolute. We relentlessly peel back every layer of AI deception, exposing the myths and dismantling the hype they feed you. Our promise: to arm you with unvarnished facts, not manufactured fear, so you can navigate this rapidly evolving future with unshakable clarity and reclaim your power. If you're genuinely tired of the endless AI hype, fed up with the fear-mongering, and demand unvarnished truth over carefully constructed illusion, then it's time to act. Stop just consuming their narratives. Challenge them. First, smash that like button right now. A small click for you, but a powerful signal to the algorithms. Critical thinking and truth demand to be seen. Second, subscribe to IA Want Illusions and join our growing community of skeptics and truth seekers. Arm yourself with facts, empower your perspective, and become part of the force demanding accountability from big tech. But here's what's truly crucial: we want to hear from you. In the comments below, tell us, what's the next big AI illusion they're selling? What piece of technological propaganda? What fear-mongering headline? What deceptive AI narrative do you want us to deconstruct? Your insights fuel our investigations. Because in this age of manufactured realities and digital smokescreens, remember this above all else: the truth isn't just a comfort or a concept. It's your most potent weapon, your ultimate defense. Now, here's what's truly crucial: we want to hear from you. In the comments below, tell us directly, what's the next big AI illusion they're trying to sell you? What piece of technological propaganda? What fear-mongering headline? What deceptive narrative about AI do you want us to deconstruct next? Your insights fuel our investigations. Because in this age of manufactured realities and digital smokescreens, remember this above all else: the truth isn't just a comfort or a concept. It's your most potent weapon, your ultimate defense.